have a preview like we used to. Let's do the music.
I don't think anybody's out there yet. Like, I ain't even got notified yet.
Okay. Let's do the music.
I don't think anybody's out there. Like, I ain't even got notified. Yeah, I haven't got notified. Normally it tells me that you're out there.
Well, I guess I could tell some jokes.
I don't think there's anybody out there to tell jokes to. I'm trying to get to the, like, it hasn't even notified me. Let me go to your page to see what is at least going on. Go to channel. Yeah. Oh, I know what's wrong. Stop it. We gotta fix it because we tweaked it for page. For streaming. Let me see if I get a notice this time. It's not popping up yet. Is it gonna notify? That's crazy. It's not pumping out notifications. Mr. Brando.
No, there's 24 people in here now.
Okay, cool. It just didn't send out notifications to me.
No, there's 24 people.
Okay, you're alive then. Okay, you're alive
Should we give him a couple more seconds?
Mm-hmm.
The hell's going on in here?
Should we give him a couple more seconds?
Don't. Man, someone on here left me a comment. They wanted me to tone down my behavior. So I told them, you know what? Kick rocks. My behavior won't change. I'm going to stay reporting the news. I'm going to stay bringing you guys the heat. I'm going to stay bringing you guys the news. And if you don't like the commentary, this ain't Disney Dinar. I told y'all that. From now on, this is I'm going to be me. For me, for me, for me. And I'm going to bring it live for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. And I'm always going to represent my gang. Patreon. Man. Hit legit. Gang, gang. We live. Gang, gang. Man, after this, I want to do my Patreon. My first 24 hours. What am I doing pre-planning for the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar? Pre-planning. What is my pre-plan exposition? And after that, what am I planning to do for the first 30, probably 60, 90 days out? Just my own plan. My own idea. Oh, I got that heat, Enrique. You know I got that heat. Nobody talked about that report. Nobody did. Maxwell, Jonair, Bahamas, man. Paradise in the house. Ola Robert.
74 people.
Keep dropping them F-bombs. You damn straight I will, Steve. This ain't Disney Dinar. You want Disney Dinar, you want to recommend this to your mom's church group? You might tell her, man, this is a man that believes in God, is a holy man. But you know what? He does have a way of using words. His lexicon is vast. I can't wait to play this theme music, man. Where is everybody at? It's gang in here, man. It's gang in here. Man, they're going to make me start without him. Hey, Carol. Obliterate the like button. That's what I love to see, man. Thank you, Daniel. Tony, gang. Be careful driving, Tony. Don't do nothing crazy. Will F-bomb. You already know what's coming. That report was bomb news, bro. Yeah, you read the report, man. You know what it is. Man, we ahead of the curve. You ahead of the curve for real. People, we playing chess, man. Everybody else is playing checkers. And that lame turkey that told me, man, we ain't made no money in this investment. If you'd have followed Miss BB's just crypto advice or just free drip advice off the coin she advised, you'd have made money off this 10 times full that other sucker. So, man, please, you children that want me to give you attention in the space of you're looking at this platform and saying, well, you know what? I don't like this or I don't like that. You know what? I give to... Woo! Ola from Washington. Ola from Vancouver. Shout out to the Couve. Shout out to San Diego. Shout out to Portland. Shout out to Houston. Official moves. Man, we move. Man, we bosses. But y'all don't understand. It's not me that's a boss. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. All of you guys are free thinkers, man. You're not following somebody. We're following an ideology. It just don't happen to be somebody else's maybe. But when you bring it into your own perspective and you think about it and you believe in the substance, then it becomes your ideology, man. It's not that I'm smart. I read. All I do is read. Man, we're going to start this music. You ready to start the music?
Yep.
Can we get this damn show on the road? Y'all ready to party tonight? Y'all ready to hear some bombs tonight? Gang, gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. Can I have a few minutes with my gang? Telegram in the house. Patreon in the house. Represent your gang. If you got your coins, stand up. If you got your coins stolen, stand up, man. We got your back. Give us some time. Coins, man. I'm going to talk about that in Patreon next too. Gang, 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 gang. There's the love. I see it flowing. Woo! Man, if you guys ain't talking about what I'm talking about. Did y'all not read that report I told y'all about on Facebook? I gave everybody homework. I gave everybody homework. Did y'all not read the report that I dropped on Facebook? I dropped it on Twitter. I dropped it on, Patreon. I dropped it on Facebook. I dropped it everywhere I could think to drop it. Did y'all not do your homework tonight? Did y'all not do your homework tonight? You know what it is. Shout out Jaza. Daza's little son, man. He wanted me to shout him out. I am Mr. Jaza. And that's Daisy. So, now I shouted my boy Jaza out. If you got a kid out there or an animal or a pet that loves to hear the shout out, tell them to let me know, man. I will shout them out. And you know what? It's all love. Ladies first. Let's go and do our introductions.
I am April BB.
And I am not Daisy. I am Mr. Brando! And that's Daisy, and you know what it is. You're being a part of the status of the Iraqi dinar, IKD chat, and world news. But mostly we talk about the Iraqi dinar. Now, everybody wants to talk about what I'm talking about. So I'm going to dedicate the whole show to one thing. Investment. The investment is the key. I told you guys there's things you got to look at every day and understand where you're at as far as trade is concerned, GDP, your expenditures, your government spending, your fiscal policy, your monetary policy. A lot of people talk that they understand policy, but very few of them come through in the clutch when you need to see that heat. You know what I'm saying? That real, what are we doing? What's going on? How do we know with what we're doing is correct, right? So, the article's actually dated August 7th, but the article actually came out last night, and I read it while Miss BB was getting ready for bed because you know what? We have to turn in extra early because Miss BB has an early morning, and I respect that. And so when we go into the room, I turn everything off, and that's why you see me turn off the social media at a certain time because I have to allow Miss BB sleepy time. She works early, I don't, and so I have to respect that. So last night I'm reading this article, and I'm like, the Cabinet approves the draft law on budget-private partnership. The Cabinet approved the recommendations of the Administrative Energy Council, blah, blah, blah. The Council approved the draft law on public-private partnership to strengthen cooperation between the government agencies and the private sector. Now, when I tell you that, if you're at that point not having a fit in your seat, if you're not sitting there saying, I got ants in my pants, the private sector, you know who this is from? This is from the United Nations. And didn't I just get done telling you guys? The United Nations hold the purse strings to the Kuwait money and everything else. So now they told them to activate the private sector and to do what? Allocate Article 140. And guess what? It's in this document. That's a mortal sin on this show. My assistant should be fired. Oh, I'm the assistant.
Oh.
What happened?
Is this Mr. Brando Facebook shut down? I was trying to post out there this old one. It's not letting me post. So weird. I'm trying to share the love so people know. Because there's some people out on Facebook looking for you.
Are everybody on Facebook looking for me?
They're looking for you. They're looking for you, big sexy.
You guys. So when you understand that they passed the draft law on this private sector with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, okay? It says, during dedicated meeting held in Amman on Vienna, 13 legal core areas were identified. 1, basic legal framework. 2, commercial status. 3, investment regime. 4, public procurement. 5, economic reform. 5, economic reform. Why do they keep saying that word economic reform? Public-private partnership. Litigation, industrial, international treaties on investment protection. Intellectual properties, property rights. That sure does sound like Article 140. Tax and customs. Exactly what the IMF told them to look out for before. Taxes and customs, Article 140, and the economic reforms. This is not me writing this script. If you know where to look, you can find anything you're looking for. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So when I tell you guys I have a strategy to everything, it's not that I'm not listening to ideas or I don't want to listen to this YouTuber or that YouTuber. The idea is that, you know what, I'm following my own path. When you follow your own path, you stumble upon little jewels like this that no one's talking about. Now, the part that I want to skip to. Ooh, let's just skip to the juicy parts. Right here. It says foreign exchange. The private party shall be entitled to convert its revenue from its activity under the PPP agreement from national currency into foreign currency for the purpose of repaying loan, capital, or interest, paying all expenditures requiring foreign currency, and paying to foreign currency investors their share of profits. That's called free capital flow. Now, if you don't understand what free capital flow means is, if I invest my money into your company and you're in a foreign country, we have to convert it into your system, I have to be able to get my money back out and convert it back into my system. Under the current regime, the way it was set up, you couldn't do that. Via this law passed, now you got free capital flow. Secondly, contracting authority may be under the PPP agreement undertake to guarantee the availability of sufficient foreign currency to enable such conversions and may further agree to provide guarantee from the bank to another financial institution. What? They just told you that if they get money, they got to be able to pay it back sufficiently from their foreign reserves. I could end this right now and never speak again and not really care about what's going on. If you didn't catch that, then you ain't catch nothing. They activated the public-private sector law. The private party shall be entitled to convert its revenue from its activities under the PPP agreement from national currency into foreign currencies for the purpose of repaying loan, capital, and interest, paying all expenditures requiring foreign currency, and paying to foreign investors their share of profit. Now, in their foreign currency, how do you do that if you got a worthless currency under a program rate? Mr. Brando.
Mr. Brando.
Will you please at this point take questions? Because people got to understand where they are right now. Bang my line. Somebody call me and ask me a question. Ask me a question because a lot of you right now are lost. And I don't care that you're lost. I'm going to get you to where you need to be. But tell me this. Call me. Text me. Ask me. Don't ask me about bull crap right now. Don't ask me about where the Dow Jones is or any of that crap. Ask me what I just asked you to read and tell me what your questions are about. Because that physically is where you are. Do you feel me? The United Nations, I told you, the United Nations holds the purse strings to the Kuwaiti Donor Conference money. Haven't I said that?
You said that.
Ms. Bibi. Now, because I've told you that, now you see the United Nations holds the purse strings to them having the private sector. What more do I have to say about the United Nations taking those tariffs off of them? How big that was. That's freaking huge. Susan Sams, thank you. Bang my line. Give us small notes, please. Okay, Richard. They gave the green light today on free capital flow for money coming in foreign and coming out, going into its natural investment and coming back out foreign. They also told you they guaranteed the intellectual properties, also on securities guarantee. They basically told you the whole blueprint for the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. I posted it everywhere. Did you miss it? I don't know if you missed it, but I could post it again, I guess. 25 times.
Cannot trick me.
They just told you that beyond the BTI, beyond the National Development Plan, beyond everything else, everybody's talking about the same three things. Have good trade, have a good GDP, have good credit. Also, guess what else, y'all? Guess.
What?
Economic reforms.
I'll wait.
Economic reforms. Economic reforms.
Here, how do I get back to your sound effect? I'm doing administrative duties here. There you go. Is it loud enough?
I don't know. Might
There you
not
go.
be. So I know people have questions. Would somebody please ask me a question? Please ask me a question about what I just read to you to understand where you are. And if you don't have that report, I can post a link in here. 2 thumbs down, 1 finger up. You know what it is. All day gang gang. Freaking retards. Listen, if you guys keep shaming it, you know what I'm going to keep doing? I'm going to keep talking about you. This ain't your mother's referral. If you're looking at me to talk to your mother's church group about the Iraqi dinar, you know what? I'm probably the wrong guy to do it.
Have I been?
I'm just telling you guys right now. This ain't Disney dinar. I liked it better when we had 2,000 members that banged hard. We cussed, we fussed, we had a good time. We had cocktails and conversations, and it was a great day.
Monica K, you're still fine. I don't know why you feel like you're blocked. If you're in the chat, you should be able to see the video too. So I always tell people to uninstall their app and reinstall it, but you're still good.
Bethany, what's on the checklist? As of right now, I don't know. Everything on the checklist that I possibly know is checked off.
Check, maybe check.
Check. It's checkmate. When they give you that law today, activating the private sector, eliminating the red tape, that was finally to me like the final one hurdle that we had to have. No one talked about this in Dinarland. I guess in 3 or 4 days we'll see this somewhere else. Oh Lord. New Orleans is now.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey New Orleans, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. Actually, I'm not in the Orleans. I'm in Baton
All right, hold on. We're adding another call real quick. Hang on here.
Call from
Mark?
How you doing, Mr. Brando?
Hold on, man. I'm going to add you to a call. Hold on, man. New Orleans, you were first. Mark, you'll go second. What's going on, Mark? How's it going, man, from New Orleans?
Hey, buddy. It's wonderful here in Florida.
Oh, I love Florida.
So Mark is in Florida and New Orleans. What's your name?
James Reed.
Hey, James. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, James.
Not much, buddy. If I understand what you were saying earlier, if Iraq is going to be able to pay back investors and everybody else in their own currency, then their currency would have to be valid, right?
It would kind of have to be valuable at that point, wouldn't it? To cover all the costs and fees, right?
So they would have to reinstate before they can do that.
Right. That's what I'm guessing. Unless they got a secret $100 trillion stash that we don't know about.
Oh, well, if they do, let's go find it.
Well, brother, if they find it, can me and you just collect it? I won't tell none of the other kangaroos.
Hey.
We'll just keep it for ourselves.
We hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to cut your line.
Ow! Don't bang my line. You'll cut it.
Cut it. You gotta cut it.
Bro.
Mr. Brando.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that there's enough stability going on in Iraq right now to allow them to RI their currency?
Yes. Think about this. For every article that I see they want to get rid of Mahdi because of his stand on corruption, I'm all for it. If Mahdi wasn't getting hate mail about wanting to be removed, I would be concerned about his actual, real authority as far as corruption is concerned. The more that I see that they want to remove him, the more that I know the corrupt are running.
But
True
it's
statement.
not just him. The articles that came out today were stating that they're planning on doing investigations on a lot of the different ministers.
Yeah, there's about 11 of them or so that are in big trouble.
Do you think that can have an effect on when they RI?
No, because remember, there's over 360 ministers. If 11 of them are under investigation, it only takes 180 of them for quorum. You have plenty of them to pass laws. So no, I have no fear of that.
That's awesome. Well, they already have their cards, so they can have the money put right on their cards. And
Yeah, but understand this, my friend. MasterCard doesn't make you have international currency. MasterCard just makes you have MasterCard currency. Just like Visa's Visa, American Express, or Discover, whomever else. MasterCard doesn't mean international. So cards mean nothing.
But you don't think that they're using the card to help make up for the shortfall in actual cash? They're going to have to use that as the fractional banking involved to make the RI happen?
No, because I'll tell you why. Because they still got to pay it back in physical dinar. MasterCard's a short term. It's like a hard cash loan at that point. So no, I don't. What I'm telling you that's going to be used for fractional banking is the money they've been socking away off the oil reserves in the auctions overall from that slush fund that they've had going on for 15 years. That's what's going to be used for fractional banking. And then the derivatives is going to be used from the major buyers such as China, Germany, France, United States that bought all those trillions and billions of dollars worth for them to enact the One Belt, One Silk Road initiative, which is going to flow right through Iraq. That derivative is going to help substantiate the value of the currency based upon a nominal number. And it's going to grow from there. That's what I'm basing it on.
Do you think they're going to come out on a flow?
Yeah, they kind of got to, don't you think? The money's got to come out at a value between pre-war times and then float north. Because you know why? People like you and me are holding 3-0 notes. Now, this is where people get confused upon a LOP and a reinstatement. When they told you those notes were going to coexist for 10 years, that just not became the LOP. Now it became a it became a reinstatement.
Oh, I was like a redenomination.
Well, it actually is kind of a redenomination in a fact because they'll have new notes. But those notes will coexist. So when you add the value to the note at that point, no, I have no fears of a LOP or running or anything. They just basically told me today, again, that all's good. Don't worry.
Sounds wonderful. I'm ready.
Are you ready, though? Are you really ready?
Oh, my gosh, I'm so ready.
I am truly ready.
I'm so ready.
If you're ready like I'm ready, can I tell you this?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And don't answer the question. If you're really ready, what's your first 5-day, 10-day plan? I hope that answers your question, and we'll talk later on, okay?
So I can't spill the beans and tell Patreon about my 5-day plan.
You can spill the beans on Patreon. You know you're not going to spill the beans on here.
I just want to give them a little something.
Why?
Why not?
Why not just hold your beans, and we'll be
My
there in a
beans
minute.
may be refied.
Then we all know that from your butt, so it doesn't matter.
Hush! That's Daisy. That's not me.
All right, y'all. 7:26.
Okay, so
There's a car here, so you can ask your question.
I didn't have a question. I was just trying to help the people out here do stuff. Hey, Mark.
Hello.
Mr. B,
What up? What's the deal?
what's going on?
The rent. Hold on. Let me add another caller, okay? Let me add somebody else.
Call from
We got a second caller. First caller, second caller. Identify yourselves.
Hey, this is Aaron, Mr. Brando.
Hi, Aaron.
This is Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Miss BB.
Hi.
Is we live?
We live, honey. We all the way live.
Love it.
So what's going on? Who's gonna go first? Which one of you gentlemen will go first?
Chris, flip me one first number.
I'll flip a kangaroo coin.
No.
Number 7.
Go ahead, Chris. We're gonna let Chris go first.
Here's what the number 7 is. Go on, go first. Hey, I got a question here for you, Mr. B. I got a buddy who is an Iraqi citizen who goes to my gym. And I think it was last night or the night before he came up to me and kind of gave me that blank stare and said, started talking about the money going up in value. He has a retirement, he gets a salary, like a retirement salary, that goes to his bank account in Iraq.
Right?
Now here's what I was gonna ask you, and maybe you can like explain it a little bit more to me. But he said that as of now, his key card allows him, he can use it on ATMs here in the United States. and it converts it right over to American money.
Right.
And it's from Iraq accounts. Is this valid from what you're understanding?
Yeah, because MasterCard or Visa is the currency. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you go over to Iraq, if you left, let's say, Houston, Texas, and flew to Iraq right now, and all you had on you was your debit card, you understand that your debit card, if it has a Visa or a MasterCard logo, is international, right? As soon as it has a Visa or a MasterCard logo, it's international. You understand that?
Yes, got you.
Right. So when it goes over into like you convert it from Iraqi dinar to MasterCard to US dollars, at that point, that's what the conversion is. It's not that, well, it's 1 for 1. No, it's not. It's still fractional until it gets converted back into its normal currency for use, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. I guess my question is this would be a big advancement then, since MasterCard is accepting to take this Iraqi dinar. In some sense, isn't that kind of internationally moving the money across international lines?
Now, that's the significance of what you're saying. It really doesn't mean that Iraqi currency is international. It means that a currency that's recognized by a company that is international recognizes it. Does that make sense? As being a payment.
Makes absolute sense. Hey, good job on the tweets, and I'm going to jump off. Thank you for explaining that, Miss BB. Cosmic high five.
All right. Cosmic high five.
Thank you, man. I hope that makes freaking sense. MasterCard is not salvation, guys. Conversion is. Conversion back is. So, next caller, what's your question?
Yes, Mr. BB. And Miss BB.
Hey there.
I'm sorry. First time caller. I did read the BTI report, and I did see the corruption that the reporting was getting better as far as some of the ratings. It was better. And it was rated out like I think they're either a 5 or 6. So that gets me a little bit more curious to they're implementing what they've been saying they've been doing, which I've been posting up on. But as far as the articles, plus with the soccer doing all the stadiums that they have there now, that means they're going to have to bring in big electricity and generators to sustain all that going on.
Right.
And that's going to create more infrastructure because you're going to have to get water systems, cooling systems, because it's hot as all heck will get out over there. So, and, I was just looking at it that way. Things are moving forward. So, and plus when you said that in the report, it looked much better.
Hold on, brother. Let me add another call real quick, okay? Don't go nowhere. Stay there. I'm going to add somebody.
Call from
Ronnie.
Ronnie, hold on, okay? Let me add him back. Hello? First caller?
Yes.
So go ahead and finish, bro.
No, yeah, it just, everything's looking good. I love how the infrastructure is coming together. I want to see the articles coming out. So I look forward that way. I'm retail and logistics, so I'm business minded that way, where their plans are going, 30, 60, 90, 120 days out, where we're looking at as far as they're going. So I look at time frames that way. And if they're implementing this stuff going on right now with the currency, and they're approving it, I think it could be a matter of days. I would love for it to be that way. I'm ready to get my parents retired. I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to make some dreams happen. So,
Well, all right, brother.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, man. Have a good one, okay?
All right, thank you.
Good night now. 704 call back. You guys got to realize and understand that I'm not trying to point this stuff out for every day, every moment, every hour. I'm just trying to point out is that it's true. All the rumors are true. So there is a reinstatement. It's going back to pre-war times. I can prove it. I can show it to you. I've got SGIs. I've got national development plans. I've got the paperwork. I don't care about being on any guru blogspot bullshit on there with a bunch of people that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground and couldn't find their ass with two hands. And you know what? Honestly, I don't care. When people come in here I recommend you know what? Your recommendation is not wanted or needed. You know what? What is needed for is a bunch of people that want to learn about the investment, tune in, listen up, understand, do a little bit of reading, and move on.
What did you post on Twitter? I'm curious. Everybody's talking about it. It's all the buzz.
The buzz on Twitter?
Twitter.
I posted on Twitter?
Yeah, they say awesome post, Mr. Brand.
Yeah, it was breaking fucking news.
Bombay.
Press 1.
It was.
To send a voice-
I broke the internet with that one. No one's talking about that. No one yet. It'll be talked about in 6 days, though.
Oh, okay.
Hello? You want that article?
What's up, Brando?
Hey, what's up, man? Who's this?
I don't know. I got a question for you. That,
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Who is this?
What's your name, caller?
Ronnie.
Ronnie. It was Ronnie. He called earlier, I think.
Hey, Ronnie. What's up, man?
I don't know, man. What's happening?
Me and you.
Your article, or the UN article, and the date was 2011. When did they adopt that? Today?
Wait a minute. You read the article? What article? The one the cabinet approves the draft law? That was published today.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
published today.
Why,
On
I got
August.
a copy of it where you put it on. Is that 2011 on it?
No, I'm looking at it right here, Ronnie, and I think I'll show the whole audience right
You
now.
want to send me the link?
I don't have to. I'll just post it right here. It says 2007, Ronnie. Do you not know your dates or what's going on, bro?
2007?
No, I mean, it's going on August 7th right now. What's going on, bro?
No? Okay.
Here, just
I
send
don't know.
me.
Let me look back at it and I'll call you back.
All right, man. Get your facts together and call me back.
All right. All right.
No, don't call me with trying to stump the jock. Come on
He
now.
didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, he did. He tried to call me and call me out like, you don't know what you're posting. I just did it. I just showed you. I don't post stuff unless I do my research. Do your research, then call me. Or I'd subscribe to you. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but that was just rude. Seriously, sorry.
You guys, I'm gonna post the link now. And the
But
article,
the actual link you
hold on,
need.
Hold on. The article that the gentleman was talking about says August 7th, 2019 at 12:32 p.m. Okay, so I'm gonna send you guys that link in the chat right now because I know and then you'll have to convert it into English, right?
No, it should be already converted.
Well, it doesn't copy over that way. You know what I mean? Like that, it's converted in your computer.
Hollywood, Florida. Let's go.
To accept, press 1.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. B.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, Hollywood?
Not much. Hey, just checking in here. Got the report and all. Hey, I'd like to know, so what are your thoughts on when we go international?
You mean like a date or a time or like what, bro?
Well, based on that draft being passed, I'm thinking like a week or so. I mean, everything is there.
But here's my problem with that. And I'm not saying anything bad, okay? I could say a week, I could say a day, I could say a month. I'd be guessing. I don't really know. All I can do is get you to the point where I can say I think it's going to happen because of these things. Real solutions.
All right, and I'm going to ask you this then. So basically, it's the IMO that we're waiting on?
You mean the MOE? Do you mean the MOE?
Correct, the MOE.
I get you, bro, and I don't mean to call you like that. But what I'm saying is that, no, I think what you're waiting on is for there's a reason. Like, I don't have an answer. There's a reason. Does that make sense? Like, there's something that hasn't happened that you, me, the world, Dinar, we don't know. There's just something. But you don't pass this level of legislation through the Iraqi governmental system or the United Nations UNIDO. And that's why I leaked it for everybody to see, because there's no reason for you to give that information out unless something is real.
Right. I went to the Iraqi business website there and tried to do some homework over there too. I see a lot of advertisement of investment, and I mean, their whole page is, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. Come on in and join.
It's not local investment like you just said. It's foreign investment. They want foreign investors to come in there, pour money into it, but they're not getting the outcome they want because they don't have free capital flow. Based upon this doctrination, now they actually have free capital flow.
Green light.
Go time.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, appreciate you, Mr. B. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you. Another thing that the IMF told me, or the UN told me how to do, activate the private sector. This is the other part to that article that people aren't thinking about real quick. Mm-hmm. There's two sides to every coin. One was activate the private sector, and the second was have the legislation to do so. Now they have the legislation to do so with guarantees upon depositors, investors, security, foreign investment, foreign currency. I mean, y'all, come on, help me out here. This is the holy grail of the holy grail. Do you want this too? Let me send you this link. This link right here, you can post this where you need to post it. I've already posted it everywhere I can think of, but maybe April can post it on here for the rest of you guys to see. I just posted the link. Okay. So now you have the same link that I have. And if you can dispute the link or read it and understand it better than I have, please help me. Atlanta.
Hotlanta.
Hello?
To accept, press 1. To send a
What?
voicemail, press
Hello?
Oh, it's Ron again.
Hold on, Ronnie. I got another call real quick. Hold on, man.
call from Angela.
Hey, Angela. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, guys? April?
Hi. Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
So let's talk about the PPP, or somebody else on.
Somebody else is on. Ronnie is on.
Hold on. Let me merge you guys.
Ronnie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Ronnie. Go ahead.
No, I just I got the article from Twitter from your feed, and I just seen the 2011 original date on it, and that's what I was asking. When did they adopt it? That's all I was asking. I wasn't trying to be an asshole or whatever.
Well, Ronnie, I just posted the...
Ronnie, did you see the two links I just posted in the chat? And I'm going to go out to Twitter right now because I didn't see it. But
No, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I ain't been back on there.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to know when they adopted it, where, as they took it in the government. I seen the original article, but I didn't see when they adopted it. I was wanting to know where he found it at. That's all.
Okay.
No problem, Ronnie. Then I misunderstood you, and I owe you an apology, and I'm sorry. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay?
Document says 2011 at the top of the actual PDF.
Oh, the PDF.
The actual draft law.
Yes,
That's when it's drafted. Today, the date was August 7th, 2019 at 12:13 p.m. It was stamped into law.
Let me see.
Okay.
And that law is the...
I just seen the...
No, I understand. It's confusing because when they actually make... I get what you're saying. When they make a law, doesn't mean the law's passed. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a good point, Ronnie, and I'm an asshole for saying that to you. You're right. No. When they made the law, it might have been 2013, but on August 7, 2019, the law was held under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Ahmadi, and it was passed by the Parliament.
Right. That's what I just wanted to know when it was picked up by the government now, not when they originally wrote it.
It was drafted back then.
That's a good point. No, you're actually making a great fucking point. Excuse my language. You're right. You're actually right. Draft does not mean implementation. Today, on the date of the 7th, it was actually voted on. And Ronnie, for that, I owe you an apology. And for that, I am very sorry. You're absolutely right.
And thank you for calling back because you didn't have to call back.
No, you didn't. And you didn't have to correct me. But you know what? I'm not so an asshole I can't be corrected. So I sit corrected. Thank you, Ronnie.
Much love.
All right, no problem.
Much love, Ronnie. Much love.
Gang.
Gang, for real.
All
wasn't trying to be facetious.
You got me, Ronnie. You got me.
Angela, you still there?
If you guys,
Okay, hey.
Man, I'm fried. I ain't live. I'm fried. Ronnie got me on that one.
I told you I wasn't being an asshole.
No, he's right. He's right.
What is the PPP? Let's break it down. What is the framework that they're working on creating and enabling and all whatnot, so that we all understand?
Great freaking question. Okay. So during the dedicated meeting held in Amman and Vienna, the 13 legal core areas were identified. 1 was basic legal framework. 2 was commercial status. 3 was investment regime. 4 was public procurement. 5 was economic reform. 6 was public-private partnership. 7 litigation and jurisdiction. 8 labor code. 9 agricultural regime. 10 intellectual properties. And 11 property rights. So they basically told you the ISX, Article 140, the economic reforms, as well as anything else I just missed in that basic legal jargon. They tell it to you all right there on the cover letter.
Yes. Okay, because, when you look at the PPP and people say, because those are PPP and you want to have that broken down so that you understand exactly what that means.
Okay, let me give you a definition of PPP. Okay, let me see if this is it. Okay, PPP is an economic theory that compares different countries' currencies through a basket of goods approach. According to this approach, 2 currencies are in equilibrium, known as the currencies being at par. When a basket of goods is priced the same in both countries, taking into account the exchange rates. So the PPP is the comparison of a basket of currencies. Okay, it's called purchasing power parity.
Terrific. That kind of wraps everything up, the basket of currencies, because I think people see that, like the great little kangaroo picture that's up on the, in the group, and it says basket of currencies. Everybody may not understand what that means. Mm-hmm. It kind of brings light to the article in itself when you're looking at that. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's passed and has been inducted is awesome, because sometimes when you jump for joy, you don't know what you're jumping for. You just know it means you're close, but to really understand where we are, in spite of all the fighting that's going on over there and the corruption that's going on over there and things that look like it's a setback. It's very, very exciting. We know that, we don't know when it's going to be, but just knowing that we're this close, they could literally say go. About Mahdi, or Mahdi, what do you think about that? Do you think they'll replace him? Will this get in the way because he's the prime minister?
No, they won't replace Mahdi. That won't happen. I'll tell you why. Okay. They didn't replace Nouri al-Maliki, and he was guilty of the fall of Mosul. They didn't replace Abadi. They won't replace Mahdi. He'll go his full term. He's kind of like President Trump. He's not popular amongst people that have certain things, right?
This question's going to disappear.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Ask your question.
So now that the private sector law has passed, when Iraq starts paying back the money, investors will have a signal or rate change, or will one to come soon? One to come soon. You can't pay money in now and get it out right the same way. Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry, because that question was about to disappear. Sorry.
Okay, so the idea is that Mahdi's going to be unpopular because of corruption. No one's going to like him. Everybody's going to complain about his tactics and what he's doing and blah, blah. The idea is this. They have to get to a legislative term where they can get those corrupt ministers out or indicted. Now, that has nothing to do with the reinstatement. Nothing. But...
Okay.
So, if you think about it in this respect, if you had seizure of certain people's monies, then you'd be sitting pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, even for a reinstatement, for the coffers, whatever, if they could get those main people under wraps, everything else goes well. I'm just saying. That's all I got to say about that. Go ahead, April.
Okay. So, Jeffrey Dockett mentions Article 37 made him smile. What's Article 37? Do you know about that?
I don't know. I
Okay.
can look it up.
Okay. Because I'm like, Article 37 made them smile. That's in
Foreign
there.
exchange.
What was that, Angela?
Foreign exchange. Article 37.
Oh, there you go.
Exchange.
There you go. Yeah, on that report, the Article 37, the one, Iraqi citizens, men and women, shall have the right to participate in public affairs, to enjoy political rights, including the right to vote, elect, and run in office. No Iraqi shall be surrendered to foreign entities and authorities. A law shall regulate the right of political asylum in Iraq. So you know it's not about the Iraqi actual constitution. So they do quote back to what we talked about. So, and this is why I talk about research. We got to bounce many things off many things. If you just look at one answer, it looks very simple. If you look at several answers, it looks a little bit more difficult. But Angela, I don't mean to hold you on the phone, but did you have another question or anything?
I have one more question about Article 140. It is passed.
Okay, the last thing that I read about Article 140 said that 233 families were going to receive payments based upon Article 140. So is it passed or implemented? I can say it's implemented because they paid 233 people in an article, and I read it twice. So I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's not. You know what I'm saying? For all practical purposes, let's just say it's not, right? What I think then would be a holdup would be it not being implemented. You see what I'm saying? If it's paid out to whatever degrees is they leaked the articles, then there's no excuse that it can't be a forbearance on a rate change later on. Unless they try to use it like the Ministry of Education. And I don't see that happening.
Okay. I guess I was just thinking about the Kurds. So I think one of the biggest holdups was, their ratio on oil, the percentages of the payout. And so
Baghdad wants their 250,000 barrels per day. Baghdad's going to get their 250,000 barrels per day. That's going to happen. Whether the Kurds want to or don't want to, if they want to even have salaries for their government, they're going to pay out. Now, I think that Mahandi's a little bit more forgiving than Abadi, and that he's going to give them Article 140 because it only makes sense. I mean, come on. They've been displaced. I mean, come on. It's like me uprooting from you or me from my own home and making me move several states away and saying, look, go live and work on it. Get on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really do believe that Mahandi is a kinder soul than Abadi. Abadi was a ruthless little bastard. Abadi was his own little tyrant within himself. He got paid off ghost employees and ghost soldiers. Don't think he was a saint. He's on one of the top richest lists of Iraqis. How? He didn't do anything. He didn't earn any money. He didn't run any infrastructure. He's a thief. And I think a lot of people find honor amongst thieves, and it's just not my school of thinking.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much. Everybody take care.
Take care.
God bless you, Angela. Have a good one. Well, that leaves us 9 minutes till we start our Patreon.
Whoop, whoop.
Can we stop it now?
I'm still trying to go through catch up here. See what's going on with the gang.
Okay.
Jay-Z, what's going on with you? Can you identify the steps from the RI? Wait, identify steps from RI to get max. I don't get that.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that either.
Well, let's stop it.
Okay, babe.
We'll go straight to Patreon after this. Give me a little 5-minute break. Is that cool?
Okay.
And I will see you guys on there. Your first hour, 5 hours. If you want to plan on what you want to do after the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar, go to Patreon to hear me and April BB's plans. If anybody else wants to call in and share theirs, they're more than welcome.
Oh, there's Pimpe. Pimpe finally showed up. I put out there he had been kidnapped by zombies.
Oh.
I'm trying to catch up.
I just said stop, right?
Yeah, see you guys later. Oh, we got a caller.
Last caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Are you live? You live!
I just want to say you guys do some great work on the Iraqi Dinar and the Iraqi Dinar news, and that's much
Thank you.
appreciated by the community.
Thank
man.
you. We appreciate you.
I think I figured out the hidden link of what we're waiting for,
Ooh.
and one of the things is you see these aliens they flew.
Some aliens?
Aliens are light years, and they're just waiting to beam down to cut the ribbon in front of the CBI and launch.
Oh my God. You know what I want to tell you? Let me hit that. Let me just get a virtual doobie from you right there. Because I feel the same way, brother. Like, what the hell are we waiting on? It must be a zombie apocalypse. It must be. I must be wrong about everything, and gold standard and zombies and all kinds of
Aliens and
prophecies and all kinds of things are going to come true in the next 24 hours. And I'm going to be dead wrong. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm still holding out for Pepe's golden zombies, though.
Oh, God, the golden zombies. Buy all the gold you can, so when there's an apocalypse, you can't spend your money because nobody else has gold. Okay. That's a great idea. I could trade ammo for the same thing or guns. It's like no big deal. So I get it, bro. I do. I will say this. What are you going to do when the zombie apocalypse happens to you?
Oh, gosh.
I'll probably be barbecuing.
You must be from Houston. I'm going to tell you why. Because when all those major apocalyptic things happen, all we did was barbecue and drink and party. That's what we did for a day or like 3 days.
The hurricane.
Hurricane parties. Those are the best.
What was that movie? The scary movie when the Detroit before the alien invasion, Detroit after the alien invasion. It was the same thing.
Ha! And I actually like Detroit. I've been to Detroit several times. Detroit's a cool party to kick it in, man. I'm just telling y'all. I mean, it's not the coolest place in the world, but from the zombie apocalypse I thought it was going to be to where it was totally different.
Okay. We got to get going.
All right, y'all. Hey, Carl, I got to run.
God bless. Thank you for
Thank-
all your hard work, guys.
Thanks,
you.
man. Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. Signing off.